Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Amy and this is Thrift Adventure. I'm a full-time reseller primarily on the Poshmark app, but I do dabble on other online platforms and I sell locally. Today I'll be doing another ship with me video. It is Monday, May 20th, and these are sales from over the weekend. It was an okay, well, started out to be a not very good weekend, but then I had a really great bundle sale this morning thanks to one of you guys, so I will share that in just a minute. So the first item that sold is this really cute vintage raffia wicker kind of trunk purse. I just thought this was so cute. I am a sucker for handbags in general, and then these vintage 50s or 60s handbags, I just absolutely love them. I am a practical gal though, so I don't end up using them, but so that I can still enjoy them, I will pick them up to resell. This sold for $75. I'm really thrilled about that. It has been listed a long time though, probably between a year and 2 years, and I had it listed for $89. I've said this before, but these don't sell quickly for high prices for me. If you want to sell them for lower prices, you could probably turn and burn them quickly. Okay, so it sold for $75. I'm going to package this up off camera just to make sure I get it nice and snug. I paid about $10 for this. So after posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $50. I am happy with that. And the buyer asked me to ship it quickly because they are going on vacation. So I'm excited that someone will get to enjoy it right away because I bet no one has carried it for years and years. Okay, the next item that sold is this turquoise and sterling silver pendant, and this is by Studio Barse, B-A-R-S-E, and they do a lot of turquoise and other gemstone jewelry, and this was something that I got from that $890 thrift haul. Boy, are you guys gonna get tired of me talking about that. It sold for $55. I paid $3 or less for this. I can't remember if it was on a necklace, if I paid for it on a necklace, or if I just bought it on its own for $3. Anyways, about $3. Now, I would have held out, or I may have held out for a higher price than the $55, but this did have a little crack to the stone. And although it wasn't noticeable at all when you wore it, it was still there, and that does make a difference in the value. So I had sent out 20% off offers on everything in my closet, and this buyer counteroffered with $55. So after posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $41. I'm happy with that, and I'm sure this buyer will really love that. Okay, the next item that sold is this vintage black onyx and marcasite ring. Isn't that pretty? Now, I was thinking that I got this also at that $890 estate sale, but I'm kind of thinking that I might have gotten it someplace else based on it where it was in my storage, my jewelry storage. Either way, it sold for $36. Let's see, I might need to add a little bit more packaging to that. I am estimating that I paid $3 to $5 for it because that's typically the range that I pay in. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember if I got where I got that. But after posh fees and my cost of goods, that would make my profit $23.78. Okay, and the next sale is the bundle sale, and thank you so very much, Christina, for shopping my Poshmark closet, watching my videos, supporting me in general with kind comments. I just really appreciate you guys so much. Of course, when you spend money, it's helpful, but kindness goes a long way too. So This bundle was for 3 items and it sold for $625. I gave her a 20% discount off of my asking price on everything. So the first item in the bundle was this pretty sterling silver bangle bracelet, and it's like faceted, kind of like a disco ball. I thought this was really cute. I just listed this a few days ago, and it is also from the $890 thrift haul. I know that for sure. So I can't remember. I'm terrible with my memory. I think I had this listed for $69 or $79. And like I said, I paid $3 for it. Let me get this tied up. Okay, so the next item in her bundle was this really fun Lululemon jacket. I just thought the stripes on this and the details were really cool, and it does have the kind of iconic Lululemon logo stitching on it. I picked this up when one of our thrift stores was going out of business and they had everything half off, so I paid $4 for it. I think I had this listed for $39 or $49. I can't remember for sure exactly. So she got 20% off of this as well. And one of the last item that I will show you here is a high dollar item, over $500. So it will be going to Poshmark facility to be authenticated by them before they send it on to her. I have sent numerous items to them and have not had any problems, you know, with them taking time to authenticate it. Of course, I don't list anything unless I know that it's authentic. I have things authenticated prior to listing them, so I know for sure. This item I personally bought for myself at Louis Vuitton. So it is a Louis Vuitton Sarah wallet. And I'd rather not mention what I paid for this retail just because, you know, frankly, it's expensive. And you are really just paying for the name. Although the monogram canvas from Louis Vuitton does wear really well. I purchased a Louis Vuitton tote bag about 12 years ago and it still looks wonderful. Okay, so before I go on and on about that, I'll finish this. Okay, so she paid $625 for the bundle of 3 items. I paid $3 for one item, $4 for the other. I'm not going to mention what I paid for this. So a total of $7 cost of goods. So my total earnings would be $493. But if you take out the wallet, because it was a personal item, my total profit from the other 2 items would have been $78. So either way, a very generous purchase and a great sale. So what I was going to say about Louis Vuitton, and maybe some of you are interested in this and maybe some of you are not, but I love purchasing luxury handbags. It's just one of the things that I get really excited about. And I do find that in general, they retain or increase in value. So that tote bag that I purchased 12 or more years ago, so I will tell you how much I paid for that. I paid $650 for that bag. I have enjoyed it for 12 years, and the current retail price for that bag is now over $2,000. So if I went to sell that 10-plus-year-old bag that I have used, I could actually make money selling that bag. Not everything is like that. Usually it's the classic styles that will retain their value or increase in value. So if you're looking at dabbling in that type of thing, I would recommend looking at what the classic pieces are. And it may, you know, the prices have skyrocketed on luxury goods. I mean, I think I was watching something that Chanel bags, the price of a classic flap Chanel bag has gone up by like 200 to 300% in the last 5 or 6 years. So it used to be like $4,500 and now it's over 10,000. Maybe that's not the right percentage. Anyways, they have gone up a lot. So you may not be able to buy in and, you know, have the same results that I did or that people used to. But anyways, I don't think that, you know, if you are planning on enjoying a bag for a little while and then reselling it, I don't think that it is a terrible investment or idea to do that, because you still get to enjoy the bag and you can either make money or recoup some of your money when you sell it. That is just my opinion. Maybe it's an excuse or what they call girl math. I really don't like the girl math term, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, don't go anywhere. This video will continue with the rest of my week's sales. Thank you so much. I forgot to write down your name. Someone suggested that I change my verbiage when I'm transitioning between days so that people don't think the video is over. And I've been trying to figure out the right way to say that, and she suggested that I say that this video will continue with tomorrow's sales or the rest of the week's sales. So hopefully you guys understand that. If you are enjoying my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you would subscribe. Trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2024, and I would really appreciate it if you could help me out. Also, if you give this video a thumbs up and comment down below, that helps boost my videos in the YouTube algorithm, so YouTube suggests my videos to more people. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, you want to be sure to watch all the way to the end, because I always have interesting and unique items, and hopefully you can learn some new things to keep your eyes out for when you're out thrifting. Okay, I'll be back in a jiffy. Hey again, it's Wednesday, and I've got a couple really exciting things to share with you guys. So the first thing is, today I hit $250,000 in sales on Poshmark. Now, this didn't happen overnight, as you guys know who follow me, but I think that is a really exciting milestone. I just can't believe that I've sold $250,000 worth of mostly stuff that I bought at thrift stores. I think that is really cool. So I thought I'd give you guys kind of a breakdown. Also, I'll post the little graph here so you can kind of see. I started on Poshmark at the end of 2015, and I just was kind of testing it out. I posted a few things during 2015 and 2016 and 2017. So I was very casual, just here and there during those years. And then in 2018, I got serious and saw that it could be a really viable platform. So I started listing more on there, and I think that first year I made over 30,000, and every year since then I have made between 40 and 45,000, or I've sold between 40 and 45,000 on Poshmark. So it took me about 6 years, well, 8 years total, but 6 years of trying on there to get to that $250,000, which is quite a long time, but I have never been technically full-time only on Poshmark. So I've always had other platforms that I sold on. I also would sell locally, and so I think that is great to sell over $40,000 per year on a platform that you're not full-time on. So I thought you guys would be excited with me that I hit that milestone. And to find that information, just in case you are not familiar, you go to seller tools and then closet insights. And then there's a graph there that will show the current month, and you can adjust it to 12 months, current year, or all time. And so I went to all time, so it showed my full sales amount. Now that is the amount that I sold before any Poshmark fees were taken out. The second really exciting thing is that on Monday night, I had someone come to the shop and spend $2,000. So I'm so excited. I had something listed on Facebook Marketplace. It was another dealer who bought all that stuff. I had something listed on Facebook Marketplace. She saw that and she asked if I had any wall units, which is like a, you know, shelves with storage compartments that you can hang on the wall. They were popular in the 1950s and 1960s, and I did happen to have one that I hadn't listed anywhere. It had actually been sitting in my moving van for over a year, and I hadn't done anything with it. So I said yes. I sent her a picture. I gave her a very reasonable price because I knew that she was a dealer. So she bought that wall unit for $1,250. I had paid $150 for it. I'll put a picture of it on one side of the screen here. Then she also bought, I won't have pictures of everything because some of it was just in my retail store and I didn't have it listed online. She bought a teak side table. She bought some little nesting tables, and then she bought quite a few different small items like some pottery vases and salt and pepper shakers and decorative items. So I will post, I've got some kind of cruddy photos of those, but I'll post those here so that you can see kind of what she bought. And she was from Salt Lake City, Utah. So I think she said it was about a 9-hour drive, but she was already kind of in the process of picking up things. Okay, so she spent a total of $2,000. My total cost of goods for everything that she bought was $280. So $150 of that was that wall unit, like I said. I did have a little processing fee because she paid for some of it with a credit card. So my total profit was $1,707. I'm so excited. You know, money is great. It's always great to have extra money, but also, as I've been saying, I have so much inventory. And even though I gave her really great, basically wholesale prices on everything that she bought, because I knew that she was going to resell it and she couldn't pay retail prices, I still minimum tripled my money on everything that I sold her. And I'm happy with the prices. I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to ship it. Just really exciting. So to celebrate, I've been thinking about having a sale in my closet, another sale. So I'm thinking I will do, keep listening before you get too excited. I'm going to do a buy one, get one free in my closet. But the free item has to be $29 or under. So you could buy a $20 item and get an item or of equal or lesser value for free, or you could buy a $100 item and pick any item in my closet that I have listed for $29 or under and get that for free. So however you want, or you could buy one $29 item and get a $29 item free. Or you could do buy one, get one half off. So if there's two higher dollar items that you are interested in, I am happy to do that. Just write it in the, add it to a bundle and write YouTube in the description, buy one, get one, and I'll make you a good deal. I really appreciate your guys' support. I hope you're as excited as I am about those two different things. Okay, now I also had a couple pretty good sales on Poshmark. So the first item is this turquoise and sterling silver ring. Right before, this sold for $50, which was a little bit less than I wanted to get for it, but it's the summer of sales, and so I accepted the offer. Right before I bought that huge $890 thrift haul, I had bought a big box of jewelry for $325. And this was from that lot of jewelry. For that jewelry, I paid on average $4 a piece. And it has not performed nearly as well as the jewelry that I got from the other estate sale. Although, you know, the sales will trickle in here and there, and I got two really nice pieces in that large box of jewelry. So even if I sell one of those pieces, eventually I'll double my money just from one of those pieces. So I'm really not worried that money will come back. It'll just take some time. Okay, so it sold for $50. I paid $4. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $36. I think that is just fine. A lot of the jewelry from that haul was from Mexico. So there was some turquoise and sterling silver and, you know, different kind of fashion jewelry. The next item that sold is this really dainty little gold bracelet. This is real gold, and it sold for $109. This I got at the $890 estate sale. So I paid just $3 for it. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $84.20. I think that is pretty great. I did get a bracelet box for this, but I guess I don't really need it. That's all right. I will use that because I think it is what I have right now. I was pretty excited about that sale. I had it listed, I think I had it listed for like $129 or $139, and she offered me that $109. I thought that was pretty reasonable. It was not a super heavy or large piece, so that was a fair price for this particular bracelet. Okay, so the next item is just a men's brown woven leather belt. It is by Dockers. This only sold for $15, but I had it listed for quite a while, and it was just recently relisted by my Posher VA, and I had it listed for $39 because that's, you know, kind of my basic amount. The guy started off by offering me $8, and I try not to get offended by lowball offers. I just see them as a starting point. Sometimes I do. It depends on my mood, you know, what else is going on in my life. But I counter offered him at, I think, 25 or something like that. And he came back at 15 because it had been listed for a while and it's not anything special. I just accepted that because it's the summer of sales, but I wasn't going to take $8 for it because I paid $3. So after Posh fees, that would have left me with like $2 profit. This left me with $9 profit, which isn't huge, but I have a lot of brown belts. As I've said, I have a lot of belts in general. So I just decided to take it. Okay, the next item, I hope that I don't regret selling. So it is another one of these Kurt Geiger bags. I actually ordered this for myself, but I ordered it at the beginning of the year and I have not reached for it. And it is now May. Yeah, May 22nd. So I'm trying to be better about not hanging on to things that I don't use. Also trying to be better about impulse buying things, which that'll be a work in progress. So I really didn't make money on this. This sold for $200. I paid $140 plus sales tax, so about $152. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $8. This really wasn't something that I bought for resale, but I did order some other pieces of his for resale when I ordered this, and you guys have seen me sell some of those. which, as I've already said, you know, I probably won't be ordering, you know, retail arbitrage at that price point again. I haven't lost money, so that's good. Live and learn. But I really haven't made a significant enough amount for it to be worth it for me to list these, you know what I mean? But I like buying stuff. That's one of the reasons I'm in this business. And it's fun to get stuff in the mail, so it was fun to try it out. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you guys done much with retail arbitrage at all? How has it worked out for you? I think you really have to know the right sourcing spots and the right items to buy. I think the Deal Queen, Alexandra, she does a lot of retail arbitrage. I think she might be getting pallets now, but she seems to do pretty well with it from what I can tell. But you just have to, you know, you have to learn and know what you're doing, and I just don't yet, and that is okay. All right, I think I'm gonna add a bow to that before I ship it out. I already said what my profit was. I wanted to talk a little bit about being a reseller and this business. I try and be transparent. So for those of you guys who watch me normally, I think that you guys kind of already know this, but you know, I share a lot of great things every week, and I have been very fortunate to, well, I've worked really hard to have good sales, but this business is hard. And if you are just doing it as a side hustle and you're thinking about going full-time, I think I've talked about this before, but I really encourage you to have a substantial savings account before you quit your regular job and go full-time, because it is so unpredictable, or at least it has been for me. Maybe it's not that way for everybody, but it's just nice to have peace of mind knowing that you can pay your bills if something goes wrong. And with the state of our economy and our world, things are just really unpredictable right now. And my sales have been good, but I think people are, you know, hurting. It's middle class and lower class. It's hard right now with the cost of fuel and the cost of food. And I just think it's really important that you have something to fall back on if you are full-time. I saved 3 months worth to pay all of my bills and, you know, to live basically for 3 months. And last year was the first time that I really had to dip into that. And most of that was, it wasn't because I made less. I think things started to cost more, and so my cost of living went up. And also I was a little bit, well, I was going to say I was a little bit irresponsible with my spending, which is true, but also I started doing more shopping and, you know, thrifting to share with you guys. So I've bought more inventory than I usually do. And so that, you know, made a change in my finances. And that's something that I need to get a handle on and try and balance so that I can share things with you guys without overspending or buying more than I really need to. So that's something that I'm going to have to figure out and work through. And I know that it is really fun to watch other resellers go thrifting. I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you, and find those finds, but we really need to be mindful about how much we are buying and what we actually need to buy to resell. I like to have, you know, a lot of back inventory because I feel like I never know when I am going to be able to find stuff. So like that estate sale that had all that jewelry for $3 a piece. I don't know when that's going to happen again. And I did have the money at that time to buy it, and I don't regret buying it. And really, I don't regret buying anything that I have purchased, because I know that I can always make money on it. Most of it I could even sell at a yard sale or on Facebook Marketplace and get my money back. So I'm not really concerned about that. But this mess behind me is overwhelming. And some of you guys have commented about that. And I am trying to figure out how to get a handle on that. We're planning on having a big yard sale this summer. So I do think that some of my lower priced inventory, I am going to just take out and sell at that yard sale. And if it doesn't sell, then I will donate it, just to kind of take down the amount of stuff that I have, because it is nice to have back inventory, but if it's causing stress, like it is kind of for me, mostly because I'm more aware of it now, because sometimes thousands of people are seeing it. That's more of what the stress is to me. And you know, when your space is more clean and organized, it just makes you feel better, or at least it does for me. So I just wanted to kind of mention, don't ever feel pressured to buy more if you don't need inventory. I follow a gal on Instagram called Death Pile Diva, and she is hilarious. She's a delightful lady, and she gives tips about getting out of your death pile, and just, you know, does funny reels and stuff. So if you guys are struggling with that at all, I would recommend following her. And you know, I always appreciate your kind feedback in the comments down below. I know that my background, it bothers some people, but this is real. This is me, and I try and be me on here. And, you know, actually a couple of weeks ago, I thought about switching my camera so that it was a white background behind me. And in all honesty, I would have done that if I wasn't so vain. So this lighting, the natural light, is really good. It makes me look better and younger than I am. And when I turned the camera and used the ring light, it just, I couldn't handle it. I could handle this more than the light in front of me. So hopefully you guys will stay with me and you'll understand. And at some point I will figure out how to get a handle on this. I also think I'm going to try and hire someone this summer to take photos for me to kind of help me get through it. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I asked in one of my recent videos if you guys minded chatting, and you all, I don't think anyone said that they didn't like the chatting. So hopefully it's okay that there was quite a bit of chit chat today. I love talking with you guys in the comments. And I did want to mention that the last couple of weeks, I've been feeling a little overwhelmed with the number of comments, and that's not a bad thing. It's just, I don't know. I want to respond to every single one, and sometimes I just don't have time or the bandwidth to do that. So if I'm not responding as quickly as I normally do, just know it's not because I don't appreciate your comments or that I don't read them. My dad hasn't been feeling well again recently, and sometimes when I have things going on in my personal life, it's just harder for me to get to everything. So thank you so much for understanding. Don't go anywhere. This video will continue. I'll be back on Friday to share what else I sell. And then we are going on our first camping trip for the year, which I'm really excited about. Even though it's going to be a little bit chilly, that's fine. I'm excited to just sit around the campfire and relax. All right, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Hey again, it's Thursday afternoon and we are leaving tomorrow to go camping, but I had a couple of things that I wanted to get packaged up tonight so I don't have to do it tomorrow. Anyways, I had a couple good sales. So the first sale is this pair of turquoise earrings, and these are from the $890 estate sale haul. These sold for $38 with discounted shipping. I really liked the vibrant blue color of these, and they did have some sort of maker's mark that's like a dollar sign on the inside, which I was not able to figure out what that was or what brand that was. They're not vintage. I can tell by the way that they are made. But if you're familiar with what a $ maker's mark on sterling silver and turquoise is, I would love to know, because there was a bracelet that also had this mark. So I paid $3 a piece for the jewelry. So after Posh fees, my cost of goods, and the shipping discount, my profit was $25.38. Oh, and my dollar store finally got these little boxes back in. So I bought all of them that they had. So I think I bought like 20 packages worth. And they did change the packaging a little bit. Sorry, that might have been unflattering angle. But now they look like this. And they are 10 for $1.25. So I bought quite a few of those because I think that this makes a nice little package for smaller pieces of jewelry. And with tax, it makes them about 13 cents a piece. And I could not find any other, jewelry boxes for, that close to that price. I think the cheapest ones I found were about 20 or 25 cents. And I really hope and think that people could reuse these boxes. Whether they do or not, I don't know. That's up to them. But I like to get something reusable if I can. Okay, the next items that sold are a pretty exciting sale. It is a pair of these little Pixie elf figurines, and they are by Joseph Originals, Josef, only one F. They have the original sticker on there. And this is the second set of these that I have had and sold. The first set was a set of 3. These sold for $199, and they only took about 2 weeks to sell, which I think is really great. So if you look up these Joseph Originals Pixies elves, there are certain ones that go for a lot of money, like up to, I think I saw an individual one over $200. And then there are other individual ones that sell for about $30. Neither of these were the ones, in that over $200 range. So I listed the pair for $199, and it was a full price sale from a Google buyer. So what that means is, or I'm assuming that that's what it was, and I'll explain why. So what that means is that they found my listing by searching on Google for this item, and my listing showed up in the search results. And because they found it, they signed up for a Poshmark account and bought them. One of the ways that, I'm not certain about this, but one of the ways that you can tell is that when you get your sale, sometimes the username will say guest. This one did not. But sometimes the username will be different than what originally shows on your shipping label. So I think that they are assigned a username when they initially set up the account, and then they can change the username, after they make the purchase. And it shows that they joined this month of 2024. Usually when someone finds my listing via Google, they buy outright and they pay full price. Typically they don't accept the item or leave a rating either, just because they're not really familiar with how Poshmark works. But I have never had a problem with a Google buyer. So hopefully this isn't the first time, but I am really excited that these sold so quickly for, of course, I always like quick sales, but also because I only paid $5 for the pair of these at an estate sale. I think the other set that I had, the other set of 3 that I had, ended up selling for like $169 or something for the set of 3, and they took quite a while to sell. Now these were red and green, but they kind of, you know, had like a daisy and a ladybug, so they could be used in spring too. So I put that in my title and description, and I put pixie and elves in there. Yeah, so it didn't matter that they were kind of Christmas, but I'm really excited about that sale. This week is turning out to be such a great week. I hope that I have a few more sales to share with you tomorrow, Friday morning. And either way, T-Bird will make an appearance at the end of the video. I found some old videos of her playing in the kitchen, and they're so cute and fun, and I don't think I've ever shared them with you guys, so I will put those. If I don't have any more sales, I'll put those, and if I do either way, I'll put them in there because I really think you guys will enjoy them. Also, I was thinking, you know, I said to celebrate this $250,000 milestone that I was having a sale. I also want to celebrate you guys and do a giveaway, but I haven't decided what I'm going to give away yet. So I'm going to figure that out, and then I will decide within the next couple of weeks. So keep your eyes out in my next couple of videos, because I will talk about what I'm going to give away and how you can enter. If you have ideas, you know, I don't have a huge budget, but I was thinking something fun that you could use for your reseller business, or if you wanted a credit or, you know, gift certificate to my Poshmark closet as the prize, or if you want me to find something at a thrift store. I don't know. I would be interested to hear what ideas you have for that in the comments below. And of course, I'll do my best to make it something good, but I can't please everyone. Thank you for watching. Don't go anywhere. This video will continue tomorrow with what else I sell. I will be right back. Hey again, it's Friday, and I just have one more thing to ship out, but I am thankful to have something, and it is just this teeny tiny little sombrero charm or pendant. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that very well. It is stamped sterling on the back, and for those of you who watch my videos regularly, you know that I love picking up charm bracelets and individual charms at estate sales and yard sales, and then I sell them individually. This sold for $22, I think with discounted shipping. I paid about $2 for it. So after Posh fees and my cost of goods, that made my profit $13.58. That's just fine. I did send out 20% off offers with discounted shipping yesterday or the day before. That could have been a 20% off offer. Maybe it was only 10, but nonetheless, it got her or him to purchase it. So, wowee, this turned out to be an amazing week. Although, if I look at the sales that I had on Poshmark, they are few and far between. I don't know exactly how many, maybe only 5 or 6 sales this week on Poshmark. Interesting. So that just shows how important it can be to cross post or have other avenues of income when you are ready to do that. Okay, so my total sales for the week are $3,424. I think that's the best week I've had in a really, really long time. Maybe in over a year. I am so excited. My total cost of goods to get to that was $474. And my total profit after fees, cost of goods, and any shipping discounts was $2,231.14. That is so great to have some, you know, this big week before we are heading into summer, because as you guys know, or who are regular viewers and subscribers, we travel a lot and camp a lot in the summer, and I just don't get as much work done. So my sales are slower. So it's really nice to kind of, replenish my savings account when I have good sales weeks like this. And that is exactly what I do. At the beginning of the year, I do treat myself to some things, as you guys have seen, but most of the extra profits and extra sales during that time of year go into my bank account to save for when it's slower. And that's just what you have to do when you are self-employed, because you never know, when things are going to be good and when things are going to be bad. So that is how I do it. Thank you so much for watching. T-Bird will be making an appearance, and I don't think I'll be talking in that part because she makes all sorts of fun noises. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me, and give this video a thumbs up. Maybe go and click on another one of my videos and watch it for a few minutes. That really helps boost my videos in the YouTube algorithm and helps my channel grow. So I will see you guys all next week. Thanks so much for watching.